Good morning, yogis. Kristen Kavanagh here. In light of all that's going on and social distancing stuff that's happening, I'm putting together this short, just little yoga warm-up, something that my body's calling for this morning, hoping that it will resonate with you and that it will give you an opportunity to just move and breathe at home. Nothing too overwhelming, probably about a 10-minute sequence. And it's going to be all on the floor. We might do a downward dog or two. I'm going to wing it a little bit. But we're going to start off on hands and knees. So spread out your hands really nice and wide. Line up your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And try to keep up just a little bit of softness in the elbows. We don't want to lock them out. We're going to start with some head rolls. You can take some half rolls down in front, or you can take some big giant head rolls in one direction. And just kind of let the rest of your body move with you. And start to incorporate your breath with your movement. Allowing the breath to kind of carry the movement. Getting some big range of motion. And some big deep breaths moving through. Go ahead and circle the other direction. My hood getting in the way here. And then we'll start dropping into some cat-cow. So let the belly sink, chin and tailbone lift. Get a little stretch with the arch of the spine, and then exhale, reach and round, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale as the belly sinks, chin and tailbone lift. Exhale, reaching and rounding. Let's take about 3 more. Increasing the range of motion with each movement and increasing the depth of your breath down through your body. From here, come to a neutral spine. We're going to sweep the right arm up to the sky, get a big reach, big twist, and then thread that right arm underneath the left arm, bringing your right cheek to the ground. Let's take about 3 breaths here. Make your way back up to hands and knees. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then sweep the left arm and thread it underneath. Coming down onto your left shoulder. You can extend that right arm long, or you can even wrap that right arm around behind your back, reaching for that left inner thigh. Let's take about 3 breaths here. If you have the bind, release that right arm. Make your way back up to hands and knees. Let's take another round of cat-cow. Big inhale, arch. Big exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine. Take your knees out to the outside edges of your mat. Touch your big toes together behind you, sitting back into a nice wide knee, long Shashankasana, child's pose. Stretching into the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hips, the inner thighs, the upper back. Just letting the heart melt to the earth as you take big inhales and fog up the mirror with those exhales. Let's walk the hands over to the right side of the mat for a little stretch through the side body. And then take it over to the left for a stretch through the opposite side body. Walk your hands back to center. 1 more big inhale and exhale. Fog up the mirror. And then walk your hands up to center. Bring your knees together, coming into Vajrasana. You can either sit here, if this is too much in your knees, you can also take a comfortable cross-legged seat. You can do the same stretch in either seat. So depending on where you're at, we're just going to roll the shoulders a few times to the back, breathing as you move, incorporating breath, movement, and conscious awareness, all those things that come together to create a yoga practice. Circle the shoulders from back to front. And then give it a big shrug up to the ears, inhale, and on the exhale, roll them down and back. We're going to sweep the arms up to the sky, Can't really see my hands here, but we're gonna grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up to the sky, and fold over to the left. Breathe. And then come up to center, grab the left wrist, stretch up to the sky, and fold over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, release the hands down, interlace them behind you, and take a nice big stretch through the shoulders. You can bring your chin to your chest if you want that gentle stretch in the back of the neck. And then release the hands. Make your way back onto hands and knees. Tuck your right toes back against the mat, getting a nice big stretch through the Achilles and the calf. Draw the navel up toward the spine, engaging the core, soften the elbows. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then maybe float that right leg up toward the sky, playing into the core a little bit. Extend your left arm up to the sky. And you can either stay and work your balance here, or take that left hand to the right foot, take a little quad stretch, or maybe a little tiger tail lifting up toward the sky. Take a breath. And then extend that arm and that leg back out. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, release the arm and the leg. Take a cat-cow. Come back to neutral spine. Tuck the left toes back. Stretch through the back of that leg. Engage the core. Soften the elbows. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Lift the leg. Lift the right arm. Take a moment to balance and steady into the core. And then maybe, optional, take the hand to the foot. I mean, it's all optional, right? Take what you need, leave the rest. Maybe take it up to the sky, coming into a little bit of a back bend. Breathe. And then extend the arm and the leg. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, release the hand and the knee. Take a round of cat-cow. Bring the knees together. Take the arms alongside the body, Balasana, child's pose, closing off the hips. You can take a little rock side to side here, stretching into the hip flexors. And then let's come back to hands and knees. Let's go ahead and go for the downward dog. Spread out the hands, soften the elbows a little bit, tuck the toes, lift the hips. I like to keep a bent knee, downward dog. Press the chest back to the thighs. Maybe pedal out the feet a few times. And then let's rock forward to what I call the lazy up dog. We're going to lay the legs down, spread out across the chest, tilt the head back, and just a little rock and sway here. Breathing. And then take the knees wide, arms long, child's pose. You can also take Balasana here if you'd rather take the knees together. And we're going to turn this into a little bit of a flow. It's what I call the lazy up dog flow. We're going to inhale to hands and knees, exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, lazy up dog. Take a moment, and on the exhale, press back to child's pose. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to hands and knees. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, rock forward, lazy up dog. Exhale, press to child's. One last time. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, rock forward, lazy up dog. Let's all take the knees together this time. Balasana, arms alongside. If you want to circle out the wrists, circle out the wrists. And then let's come forward onto the belly. And let's lay the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up toward the sky. On the inhale, we're going to lift the forehead, nose, chin, peel the shoulders and the chest up off the earth, and then float the arms, lift the legs, interlace the fingers, and then take a big stretch into locust pose. Breathe. Lifting into those inhales, utilizing those muscles along the spine. One more big breath in. Exhale, release it down. This time, bring your right cheek to your hands, toes together, heels apart. Deep breath in, deep sigh out. Let's take one more round of locust pose. Let's take tops of the feet to the ground, arms alongside, lift the forehead, nose, chin, peel the shoulders, the chest, lift the hands, lift the legs, interlace the fingers, reach into the stretch, breathe. One more big inhale and exhale. And then come down, left cheek to your hands, toes together, heels apart. Deep breath in, deep sigh out. Bring your forehead to your hands. Take your right hand back for your right foot. Quad stretch. Softening that quadricep muscle. Release the right hand. Take the left hand back to the left foot. Quad stretch. Go ahead and release that foot. We're going to extend the left arm out to the side and do the shape of a T. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it's even with my shoulder. Your right hand's going to move next to your chest, and you're going to use that right hand to roll yourself over onto your left side, and you can either just kind of scissor that top leg back so the arch of your foot is on the ground, or open up the hip and step the sole of that foot on the ground. You might be able to see it better when I do the other side, but let's take about 3 breaths here. Nice big shoulder and heart opener, and a nice twist into the spine. Last breath. And then roll back to center. Extend the right arm out to the side. Drag your left hand next to your chest, and then roll onto your right side body. Again, you can either scissor that top leg back or open out the hips, step the foot down. Two more breaths here. One more big inhale, and on the exhale, roll back to center, hands next to your chest. One more time into Balasana, child's pose. Knees together, arms alongside, rounding through the spine. Come up to sit onto your heels, take your hands into your lap, sit up nice and tall, notice your posture, your alignment. Bring your breath and your awareness into your heart center. And you can either keep moving and breathing and stretching, you can take a little Shavasana here. That's all I've got for you this morning with a little warm-up. Just a little movement and breath goes a long way. I'll be coming back with these little kind of 10 to 15 minute videos. I'll do some longer ones coming up as well. But in light of what's going on, keep practicing, keep moving, keep breathing. Really strengthening the lungs, strengthening your lung capacity, and keeping your mind right? Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning from Seaside Yoga.